I'm going to reiterate some things here. A while back, I brought to your attention that I was building an ultralight rifle on an ultralight action. Specifically, the ultralight action is Defiant Machines anti-action. This is an all stainless receiver, bolt, and so forth. And this action has been machined in such a fashion, machined through this area here, these areas here machined, everything machined about as lightweight as it possibly can. And this builds a very nice lightweight ultralight rifle. At that time I showed you the ultralight rifle. This is the ultralight rifle. This has a Hart stainless barrel, the Defiance action, Macmillan's Edge ultralight stock. It happens to be with this setup with these tally bases, these tally one-piece ring systems, and this particular Leupold scope. This is a 4-12 Leupold Freedom. This is their Freedom line scope. This scope is 13 ounces. If you're going to have an ultralight rifle, you don't put a 1.5 pound scope on an ultralight rifle. You put a lightweight scope on a lightweight rifle. It only makes sense. I've had people ask about, putting as much as a 3-pound scope on this rifle. I won't build it for you because the scope's too damn heavy. This light rifle is made light for a purpose, light to carry. But the lighter the rifle, the heavier the scope, the harder it is on the scope and the mount system. So you want one of these ultralight rifles. I can build it in almost any of our Magnum calibers. Say 257 Weatherby up to a 338 Ultra Mag. This rifle weighs, all scoped as you see it, 7 pounds and 4 ounces. Now, what more could you want? This happens to be a 7mm by 300 Weatherby. It's got a 26-inch barrel, my muzzle brake, barrel's fluted. We've done absolutely everything here to make an ultralight rifle. It's very handy. And at my point in my lifetime, I've carried rifles most of my life, all scoped, all ready to go in about the 9.5 pound range, plus my sling and the cartridges in the magazine. This is what the bare bones package weighs. You can't get anything any lighter than this because there's not any components out here, component makeup, without sacrificing to a very skinny barrel. I've stuck with a number 3 weight barrel here for this build. I won't build it with anything heavier. I won't build it with anything lighter because I've focused on this. Just like I won't build it and put a 1.5 pound to 2 pound type of a scope on here. As I said, this is 13 ounces. Now this action works just absolutely as slick as it possibly can. It's fluted. The bolt is fluted its length to reduce weight. And this fluting reduces any drag. It's as smooth as glass, just absolutely as smooth as glass. It has an integral recoil lug machined on the action. The only thing that needs to be added to it is a good trigger. And of course the bottom metal of the trigger guard assembly, which we have here. There you are. You want something to carry. if you want the ultimate mountain type rifle, this is a rifle that's about 2.5 pounds lighter than most of the rifles that I've carried for my lifetime to hunt the steep mountain country of Wyoming. After a long day, you're going to really enjoy a 7.25 pound rifle, all scoped, all ready to go, compared to something that's several pounds more. 2.5 pounds. The average rifle out there are all going to come in at about that weight. Performance, I've happened to mention what this is. It's a 7mm by 300 Weatherby, 7 STW, the 28 Nosler. They're all ballistically identical. Really. The performance is going to be within a mere about 30 or 40 feet a second, depending on the individual rifles and so forth. I like 7mm because I think that it offers something that maybe some other calibers don't. But as I say, anything from about 257 Weatherby up to 338 Ultramag, that 338 Ultramag is going to really catch your attention. It's not going to kick hard, but you're going to know that you shot it because it's in a considerably light rifle for 338 caliber, but it will still perform very well and be very accurate. Just like all my rifles are very accurate with my load workup. And anyway, I thought that maybe I need to acquaint you with the fact that this is one of the offerings that I have. I build more variations and more different types of rifles than almost any gun builder out here at this point in time. In a much wider array of calibers and so forth, all chosen for a particular need. In a 7mm, one of the 7mm, the bigger 7s, you could easily hunt the entire world and shoot the greatest majority of the game living in almost any part of the world, saving some of the dangerous game, and never be undergunned. You could hunt the antelope, deer size, sheep size game, elk, caribou, moose, grizzlies, whatever you might happen to want with this. And I say grizzlies, I'll bring something to your attention. Everybody thinks that they got to have a big, heavy caliber to shoot a grizzly. It's nice, but it's not particularly necessary in cool hands, in a cool shot that knows what he's doing. It's all that you need. My great friend Les Bowman killed his considerable number of grizzlies over the years with a 270 Winchester with 130 grain Sierras. And Les was a cool shot. He never got excited about anything. He was happy when he got there and got to enjoy, what he had done and one thing and another. But he was never frazzled. He didn't have buck fever or sheep fever or whatever. Yeah, he had a fever of hunting, but he didn't have buck fever. So, with well-placed shots, with any type of a rifle, we can take an awful lot of game if we do our part. And I don't think there's a better aspect than what I'm showing you here. I searched for the past year from every aspect that I could, and I'm building this with the lightest action that's available from anybody, anywhere, without any type of a modifications. There's nothing else that needs to be done. This action simply builds the lightest rifle. This action weighs 22 ounces. 22 ounces.
How does that compare to the titanium in weight and price?
You know, price-wise, if this was titanium, it'd be over double that price. Almost 3 times the price if it was titanium. This is made out of stainless. It gets there, it does the job in a very precision machined product, and I think that anybody looking for an ultralight rifle just couldn't go any better. I've seen some ultralight rifles built with little skinny #1 contour barrels, little featherweight barrels, and one thing and another. I don't entertain that sort of thing. This is what I think is the ultimate package for a lightweight, described as ultralight type of a rifle. I don't think you can do any better, and my prices are as competitive, as reasonable as anybody in the business. And when you get one of my rifles, it's going to shoot well. I test everything here. I don't know how well you can shoot. I don't know what your abilities are, but I know what the rifle does in my experienced hands. So I'd love to hear from anybody interested in an ultralight rifle. Thank you.